Hey, it's Scruffy. It is August 4th, 2024. Are you new to being prepared, with all kinds of different things like food and supplies and water? If you are, please take time to scour the internet and YouTube for people that really know what they're talking about with prepping. Prepping is, for some, a short term thing, and for others, it is long term. I happen to believe in short term and long term prepping. I believe that we should be ready for any kind of emergency, whether it be a terrible storm, hurricane, tornado, earthquake, fires, flooding, things of that kind of nature. And I am also think about EMP, which is electromagnetic pulse, that can happen from the sun or from man-made nuclear events, and also nuclear bombs and fallout. So being prepared for these kind of scenarios, and also I guess I should include in there pandemics too, and even being prepared for short term for the flu season, colds and flu and COVID and whatever else illnesses, being prepared for those kind of things, or even if you get hurt and you're held up for a while, being prepared with enough food and water and supplies and medications helps in all these different kinds of scenarios. And also learning about what to do in certain events. How would you go about securing yourself and your family in the event of an EMP, or, God forbid, a nuclear event and having to experience fallout? How would you deal with that? What do you do? Where do you go? All that kind of stuff. You should learn about and know exactly what to do and have it handy, written down, copied from the internet or whatever, and have it handy and have the family know what to do. If you are at work or out and about and something happens, how do you get home? If your car is not working, do you have a get home bag that's in your car that you could take with you with food and proper shoes, etc., and water? These are all things that you need to plan about and learn about and have ready. We don't know when things are going to happen. We don't know. We don't know when there's going to be an earthquake. We don't know if there's going to be a tornado. We don't know if there's going to be a flood in certain places. We don't even know if a dam is going to break. Remember that in the news in Minnesota with that dam? So it's good to be prepared in all scenarios. And where you live, are you living in a part of the United States that has a lot of flooding or mudslides, or maybe perhaps fires? Got to know, what to do in any kind of situation where you are. So with that said, we don't know when the window is going to close for all these other things that might take place, like WAR, or the EMP, or nuclear fallout, things like this. We don't know if that's going to happen for sure. We don't know when. And we don't know when the window of opportunity to prepare will be closed. So right now is the time to get started if you have not already. There's a lot of people who have been getting ready for the last several years, some for even a decade or more. I personally have been getting ready since about 2021. And that includes having enough money on hand. A lot of people are investing in silver and gold and copper, especially silver and whatnot for bartering, and gold for long term. It's an investment. You want to make sure that you have everything that you need for yourself and your family, and you need to have for each one of these the family members bug out bags. Even if you've got a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old, they can certainly carry a little bag that might have their blanket and their sippy cup in there, and some diapers, maybe, a little bottle of water, and a little stuffed animals of theirs, and your dog and your cats, your dogs, your cats. If you needed to bug out, don't forget your pets. Please, people, don't say they will never survive out on their own. You think they'll go into hunting mode out in the wild and go back to their wild instincts? They will not. They will not do that. Even wild animals who have been captured at a young age will never survive. They have to be taken care of. Dogs and cats are the same. They're not going to instinctively go out and hunt. They will be lost, and they will be they'll starve to death, or they will be injured and they will die a horrible, slow death. So think about your pets, please. Have enough food for them and water for them too, even if you have a special bag, to-go bag for them. Have one for them. And from what I've seen, some dogs, they have those things that go on the back of a dog, and they have pockets all over that can carry stuff. Get something like that for them to be able to carry some stuff. But don't forget about your pets, and please, your children, they can very well carry a small backpack, school backpack, or whatever. So anyways, if you have not gotten ready yet, there's still time. We don't know when the window's going to close, but just a reminder, things are looking pretty nasty in the world right now, besides the Russian and Ukraine stuff going on there, that slowly keeps escalating. And then we have the problem with Israel and Iran. That could escalate into something pretty bad. So we want to be prepared for what's going on in our own backyard, and also what's going on in the world. So just beware, and also look up for yourself and your family members things to protect yourself in case you have to be out and about, like, certain kind of sprays against animals or intruders, thieves, whatever. Just be careful. So do your homework, look everything up, put all these things down so the whole family and yourself can go through what the lists are and what you need to do for whatever event, every scenario, and have a plan how to communicate If you are out and about on the road and something happens, that you can be able to communicate if the phones are down. What would you do? So think about all these scenarios. There are walkie-talkies, there are ham radios, there are different things that you can use with communication, or a meetup place where you can meet up. Anyways, that is all I need to say right now. I hope that everybody takes these things seriously, because we never know when something is going to happen. And I think about all the people that suffered through Katrina, that hurricane several years ago, and what happened down there. They were all had to go to a stadium, if I recall correctly. People, thousands and thousands of people had to go to the stadium because there was no other shelter, and they closed off the roads. Roads were closed off. They couldn't get out. Everything was flooded. They couldn't get to their cars, even if the roads were open. They were all flooded. So they were all hanging out in the stadium. Pets were lost, dogs and cats and you name it, horses, cows. Everything was lost. Their homes were lost. Everything was lost. They became instantly homeless and ending up in the stadium. And in that stadium, if you recall, there was a lot of killing going on and rapes. So think about what you need to do, your escape routes, what would be best for your family, all that stuff. Plan it out and think ahead so you know what to do and you're not at a loss if something happens and you've got just a minute or two to react.